What is up, guys? Mr. Telescope here, back at it again with another video. This time I'm here with my boy Dylan, and we are going to run through one of my ranked games. I made it to GM with my other buddy Jake, and we're going to kind of go through this gameplay and kind of my thought process and kind of just shoot the shit of like what a GM console ranked game kind of looks like. So these are kind of my stats, and you know, honestly, look at all those KOs, literally the best. KO streak 22, no one's done it ever better than me. So that's just kind of what it's like to be a top support main carrying everybody through ranked. But we're going to kind of hop into the pick and ban phase here. Obviously, in higher ranks, everyone that gets banned is Hawkeye Hella, Luna Snow, and then sometimes Hulk. And that's pretty much the bans. Usually through like this phase of the game, you should probably be posted up on one of the high grounds, but we're playing like a aggro-y dive comp here, and they're kind of just gonna walk down through main and kind of just like get munched up. Usually, you should probably either go through the door on the right here or the door on the left. And if you're gonna take like any of this like early position here, because you don't want to like just take all the shots like straight to the face. You're just gonna get farmed damage-wise. So you should either go up through this room and play in this hallway, or rotate the background, or go through the top and play this high ground up here, instead of just like taking all the damage to the face. You're just gonna let the enemy team build up ults, and you're kind of see it here, where we're just kind of like uncontested on the ground and not really any pressure, kind of standard play.
Doesn't look like Penny placed any of her mines either.
No, the Penny was pretty decent, but it's weird. You don't really see Penny too often, and can be good. I think she's trying to play with the Wolverine, but Wolverine just instantly dies here and gets bailed out by Rocket, which I think is a completely underrated support. And we're kind of just getting slowly pushed off here. Wolverine just going in gave them the confidence to kind of like push up. Jake here's the tank. He is one of the main carries, and he's able to stabilize. We lost 2, and they're down 2 now. With how aggressive we're playing, Rocket was able to farm up his ult really quick, and just able to slap it down here to try to buy us some more time. And Jake gets some really early picks to kind of just like stabilize the fight. It's important here to kind of be able to like know when targets are isolated and to be able to chase them down. So all 3 of us kind of just like see this Namor and just send him back to the spawn room. So regrouping here, we have the swap over to the Thor from the Penny, but you know, this is one of the things, again, like pausing here to kind of like look at main. This is just bad. We're just gonna end up trading damage here, and if you're a better team, you really don't want to be trading like all this damage. You already have one support ult, and your other one's at 77, and you'll get that in the fight. So there's no real reason to be here. Like, you're just gonna let us, like, Rocket's at 11, I'm at 87, and you're just letting our tanks and our DPS kind of just like build up their ults, playing in a really vulnerable position. But let's continue.
What's the average rank for this match, by the way?
I believe this is GM. I think there's 2 diamonds on our team.
Diamond's gotta be that Wolverine, right?
Yes, the Wolverine was definitely diamond. Bucky, enemy Bucky ends up coming in, and we end up picking him off, and I counter ult here, and then Groot just counter ults then. This is kind of just like an ult trade-off here. Bucky not committing his ult there was a little weird. And then this is, it's good to use your ults aggressively, but that's just a throw. Him committing his ult there, and then he immediately staggers, is just a hard throw. Like, you need, at that point, you just gotta back up. Because now we're regrouping into a 5v6, and it's just tough. Like, that's tough. Immediately having to give up a lot of space here, and making it so that our tanks have to overtry and like make a play themselves. So Jake taking space here, and then Wolverine doing Wolverine things, and just getting obliterated. Thor actually ended up making a really nice, sick play there, getting 2. But then you kind of just see Jake just taking as much space as possible. I wanted to heal the Thor there, but I just didn't have a little orb myself. So I kind of just focused on Wolverine and Jake. And then as soon as my ult comes up here, I want to use this so we can try to stabilize. And we could try to hopefully take a fight here as like 3v6, because we're kind of unkillable. So then he commits his ult. I'm trying to blast through that shield, but I suck. And then I think me and Jake both go down here. No, Jake ends up going down. But Rocket bails him out. Again, Rocket's armor pack just being massively valuable. And then again, we're losing the ult trade here. We just don't have anything to commit back here into all the ults that they're committing. And of course, Wolverine is dead again. And this is one of the times where it's like, you kind of have to, like, at this point in the game, when you're playing a character, and you, like, I don't want to tell you, like, hey, you should, you know, play whoever you want. But if you're obviously not performing well and you're getting shut out, maybe it's time to think about, like, a switch and talking about a team. And he just did the right thing where he's like, I'm not getting the performance off I need with Wolverine, so he switches to Panther. And no one told him to. He obviously liked Wolverine, big fan of it, but it was the right play to swap off of something that wasn't working. It doesn't, if you're, like, getting creamed, try not to forehead things. People do that way too often. And hold on to ults. Hold on to ults way too long. But let's continue. Yeah, they end up fucking creaming us through that point. And they got it so fast that most of us are still respawning in the old spawn room. And Winter Soldier tries to make a play on the Groot. And I end up trying to come help, but it ends up getting me killed. That was a bad play on my end. And Jake actually ends up managing to get out. And then, again, Rocket's little revive bails us out to bring me right back into the fight. So this fight's gonna... Once you get to this part of the map, this is where every fight happens. It's just pretty much in this whole little corridor. And taking space here is hard. And you want to, like, luckily, right there, Bucky was able to get a pick on the Groot. And that's, like, really big. You want to try to be able to play your corners. And you want to... This is where, like, that assassin playstyle comes in. And believe it or not, even though he swapped off Wolverine, Wolverine can be really good at this point. But he ends up doing really well on Black Panther. So they're kind of coming in. And we're just trying to rally back, starting off with our ults. Bad target priority by our Bucky there. I tried to help clean up that Winter Soldier, and I'm kind of just like rotating back around. And now we're just kind of taking space. We got no kills with that ult, but we took so much space. Magneto tries to dunk me, I almost die, and then somehow the fight ends up rotating all the way to the right side. So now I notice it, and I rotate over there, popping ult, to try to keep everybody alive and move things around. And then their Mantis counter ults. So if we just kind of take a look here, they have 2 ults compared to our none. Panther's coming up on his. We have Panther and Rocket's coming up, and then Jake is also coming up on his. So we have to know, like, in this situation, it's good to know, like, pay attention to, like, the ebb and flow of, like, what the ult economy is and, like, how people are kind of using things. Where it gets a little confusing and chaotic, where you just don't want to immediately commit your ult, because hopefully you can make a play here at being a disadvantage. So us knowing our ults are coming online means we have to play a little bit safer, while they, but giving them a little bit of space. So we're kind of, you're immediately going to see us kind of just like start falling back. Groot's doing an amazing job trying to like block us off. And we're all trying to just play around this wall now. Jake ends up making a really nice play here with his ult as soon as it came online. And same thing with Rocket, is they just kind of committed their ults as soon as they got them. Just like no hesitation, just need to make a play, immediately does it. And Jake staying alive, huge. Him and Rocket just like being able to like tank that. And just giving them lots and lots and lots of space. Because now we're, again, in an ult disadvantage. Namor immediately commits his. and kind of that was interesting on his part, knowing that we're going to like group up in this situation. Probably should have waited a little bit till like we were in a corner and put a little bit more pressure on us, because that was just, that ult's gone, immediately gone, and now they have no ults, and we're coming up on Bucky and both supports. Groot doing an amazing job at cutting off space. Groot is an underrated tank, in my opinion. And then Jake just being able to take all the space here, playing around that corner really well. Me immediately committing my ult to try and win us some tempo and get us out from around this corner. And then their Mantis ends up coming back in with their ult, and then we commit our Bucky ult. So now that they're actually taking a pretty good amount of pressure on us, like putting us in there, their Bucky's in. But our Rocket has just been pocketing the hell out of Jake and able to get his ult so quick, almost every fight. And with all that healing, Jake is just able to pretty much commit all the way to the front pretty safely, and then just retreat back whenever needed to. Like, we've given them so much space in, but the payload has not moved too much. Yeah, fights kind of just get super chaotic, and it's just hard to kind of like keep track of everything. But I like these wider angles because it shows what everybody's kind of doing. As I immediately cut to me. With these tight chokes as Mantis, I like to keep myself damage boosted and just like spam stuff in here. Now right here, I do commit my sleep. And my thought process here is the Groot was right there, and I wanted to get an immediate clapback on the Groot with him ulting us. We're all ulted here. If I hit him with a sleep, we immediately kill him. I miss, because I suck. And but Jake still ends up getting that kill and is able to push out. And we're able to get these small cleanup kills with the help of Bucky. And that's kind of just like a nice, super clean hold there at the end. Really tough, really tough. Going into the next match, this is like kind of shows the creativity and the power of Strange. Is we immediately open up and we're gonna portal to the high ground I talked about at the beginning of the episode, either going up to the top up there or top right, and we're immediately just gonna portal up. This is why Strange is just like really good and powerful, is because he's able to circumnavigate all that damage that you would have taken, and we just immediately just take this for free. Like, we're up here. We took no damage, and we're in just a really good spot. And in this position, you kind of just stay up here. They have to commit to us and push us off the high ground, because we're safe. Like, if you look at this, they're all down there. We're all shooting down there. Bucky tries to make a play in the back, immediately gets pushed off. They have to come to us. And we're just going to sit up here and stay healthy and just keep making, just stay safe, wait for us to get picks. Hulk can come up to us. He's playing really well. We get 2 really good picks here. Penny tries to push up on us. We immediately pressure her out. And then I think Jake makes a call after like one more push, like one more kill, because there's only like there's only 4 people on point. We get one more kill, we're gonna go in, and we're kind of talking about that, like we want the pressure, we want the pressure. So we're kind of just sitting up there. I'm almost at ult. Rocket's at his ult, and then we kind of just jump down, secure the kill on the Bucky, and then I ult to finish it off. Like, we took no pressure there, we took no damage, no one died, no one had to re-engage. It was just, we sat up there on high ground until we had the numbers advantage, and just easy cap the point. Jake's gonna flake. Yeah, it's just one of those things. You just gotta know the win con on certain points and just play it. Jake makes a really good choice to like put really early pressure and play at this flank up here. He could retreat back to safety at any time, but he's also just like playing this room. It is a team game, but sometimes like individual plays can carry. Penny almost took me out. Like she almost takes me out like 4 times here. Like she throws a mine, I go walk away. There's another mine. Yeah. Penny's ult's good. I think one of the biggest things I see a lot of people not do with it, though, is they don't place their nest before they ult. When placing your nest before you ult, all the spiders will run across it and seek people out that touch the nest. And it just increases the DPS during it by so much. Oh, should have muted myself, didn't. Paused it. We go like that.
Again.
Oh yeah, Bucky just starts going off again.
Definitely the scariest voice line in the game.
Yeah.
My God, he's still going.
He almost, like, if he had a little bit more space, he could have went forward. But he wasn't. It didn't seem like he was confident. I popped my ult here to take as much space as possible, because look where the cart's at. It's halfway there. But if we keep pushing up and they don't touch the cart and we keep getting kills, it doesn't matter. We're just gonna keep going. You could hear fucking Rocket launching healing orbs from back there, and we're just holding them at this choke. Holding them right here, and the cart just keeps moving forward.
I think having a DPS that puts down damage like a Mantis or a Cloak and Dagger is super important.
Yeah, you wanna as a support, you kind of do want to make sure you are getting some DPS as possible. But like right then and there, like you gotta have the ability to prioritize, and that's what makes Mantis so good. Is she's able to just like keep puking out damage while also providing like really good healing. And you're Jake there making really good plays, playing really forward, but playing confident enough like that he was having healing. He went down to like 53 to like 20, and he was able to like back up, but he just played really like aggressive, but played trusting the healers, which is like hard to do, especially if you're like have randoms. But it's something you kind of have to do as like a tank player. And we're kind of just like, the payload just keeps on moving, and when you have tempo, you don't ever want to give it up. Like, they're giving us so much space, and we're just taking these 1v1s with characters, like a majority of their team just sitting in that choke, where they should have pushed forward and tried to take the tempo back. And it lets us make plays. Like, that was a really cool play that me and Jake like to do all the time. As Mantis, I pop my ult, give him the speed boost, and then from his angle, he's just able to fly in. Just like all that momentum, and just able to stun the whole team and just put an end right to that fight. And that's the nice thing about Marvel Rivals, is all the things you can do in the game that aren't just like one hero based, where it's like we were able to make a play using a support ult and a tank ult, which is like, those people really don't think those combo off that well, but we were able to make like a really nice creative play to end up like securing the fight and being able to push in. Everyone's still just staggering in, and Payload is just chug-a-lugging along. And that's kind of it. Easy peasy, just kind of like a run-through of excellent taking by Jake, and run-through support by me.
Back to the no-life Mantis stats.
Back to the no-life Mantis stats, indeed. I think my win rate's the most impressive part. I don't think I show it, but my win rate's pretty good. I think I have like a 70% win rate. It's pretty spicy. It's either 70 or 69.
9-5 Mantis, dude.
Yeah.
Locking in.
I hope you guys found this video like enjoyable. I want to do more videos like this in the future, kind of like breaking down like gameplay and running it through with like my friends and stuff like that. Bringing in people to kind of help commentate as well. I hope you guys enjoyed, and then I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.